Very interesting. I always play Chuck Berry again and again and again. I don't forget Chuck Berry, Johnny B. Good, Roll Over Beethoven. Chuck Berry has a very, very sad story. The great, the great, the great, 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 times nine, great. Chuck Berry. This is a long time back, and this is something that every evolving democracy should learn, including India. I know tomorrow I'll be on a blacklist because I'm giving some advice to my own fellow country. I never knew this, but Chuck Berry was black man and the one of the biggest rock and roll star. There is a great debate how the rock and roll music started. Some people think that it is purely a white skin music. Some people think that it is purely a black skin music. It is very difficult to come to conclusion, but the fact that there are musicians like Chuck Berry and there is another guy that they came many years before Elvis Presley and uh, Beatles and the other folks. I do not honestly want to mix the Britain and the US here because mixing Britain and US is injustice to both. Britain used to rule US. US was a slave to Britain. American colony. That's why the Queen used to say American colony. And then those American colony fought and gained the independence. The whole tragedy in that section of the history is that the whole people who fought the British rule in the American colony, they themselves were not the original American people. They were immigrants. Not a single immigrant, not a single Red Indian American, Red Indian fought in that independence war, 4th of July, that we all sing and dance and बहन चौथ एक दूसरे के गान में लौड़ा डालते हम लोग. So very, very different. The facts are very, very different than the realities. In fact, the Red Indians are not even free today. They are living in some reservations in some states in United States where the federal government has allocated them the land and the whiskey and the truth, and they live there. But the fact is, 4th of July is not Independence Day for Native Americans. It was Independence Day for Scandinavian Germans and French and Lauda and Lassoon. So I was talking about when we started. We were talking about the how is I need to reconnect my mind with what we were talking about when I started the recording. Uh, I was talking about how this whole idea of independence and how this whole idea of United States lecturing other countries, and I am lecturing my own people in India regarding what is good and what is bad, and the Indian people get offended so easily. Very, very a trait that is always there in people who have weak mentality. Uh, we are now coming to a conclusion where Indian elections are coming, and all in all, it's too late for U.S., Germany, UN, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Maldives, and China to and Russia and Ukraine, Afghanistan. It's too late for them to do anything with the eventual outcome. Uh, as the plan of the present federal government in India, the political party who rules that government, is that eventually there will not be any opposition. Exactly the framework that Adolf Hitler and Stalin and other individuals have done, including our neighbor in Pakistan. We are going exactly. I'm not going to Russia and Germany. I'm going to only Pakistan. So Pakistan has only one political party who rules the country, who makes the law, and who decide where Pakistan goes, and that is the Pakistan Army, ISI. Similarly, in India, we will follow what RSS or BJP, whatever you name, they are actually two sides of a same coin, and everybody else, everybody else, each and every opposition party will be destroyed. And again, it's too late for US and other countries who are actually with FECU. All these nations that I talked, Germany, US, UN, Afghanistan, they are all with FECU. To they are all joining his campaign because all of them wants India to be more powerful than China. And that is only possible if you allow the federal Indian government to eliminate every opposition. So once you have out of 543 plus 2, 545 Lok Sabha members, you have 525 Lok Sabha members. BJP, it looks to me, this election 2024, they are saying 400, but I'm saying 525. 525, the Rahul Gandhi and everybody will be losing their election. Even in Wayanad, the Muslims will not have Rahul Gandhi to vote because he will be, by the time the election is declared, he will be illegal candidate. Kejriwal will be illegal candidate. Every political party candidates will be considered as absconder of IT or black marketers or smugglers or thief, and they will all be unable to contest the election. 540 out of 545. And then what will be done is, in order to please the people of India, the mass, they will probably take 3 steps. One, declare Pakistan occupied Kashmir as Indian Kashmir. There will be a war. In that war, the entire, all these nations that they are opposing right now, United States and Germany and UN, they all will support PACU. Second, they will make an amendment, and I don't know where the constitution lies, that every mosque made after the invasion of Muhammad Ghazni in 1536 should be converted to original temple. And mind you, there is no requirement to go to court. The argument will be, when these temples will turn into mosque, there were no courts. Ghazni did it just like destroying the thing. And the third, the last thing is, they will definitely bring a law where a husband and wife need to be only married under Indian civil law, and they cannot have more than 2 children. So, no more than 2 children. So, doesn't matter if you are a Christian or a Hindu or a Muslim or whatever, Christian, whatever. You have to marry. Your marriage is going to be under Hindu law, Indian law. They will not say Hindu law, Indian law. And the Indian law don't permit a married couple to have more than 2 children. And if you divorce and marry again, in India polygamy will be declared not legal. So, and everything, all these things are people like so much in India right now. I went to India and I came back only 15 days before. People of India love it. They will vote for it forever and ever and ever, until all these 3 things comes to their own home.